Okay, welcome back, folks. I see most of you stayed over from our Saturday morning new distributor training. This is our first Saturday of the period team-wide meeting. My name is Fred Holmes. I'm an independent distributor with ZG International. And I forgot to say that at the beginning of new distributor training. I always like to throw that in. But welcome back, folks. We're going to use this this time frame, especially for the brand new distributors, just so you understand. The first Saturday of every ZJ period. Today is the beginning of period 133. And as I noticed noted in our previous broadcast a little bit earlier this morning, it's actually the very first Saturday of the very first period of ZJ 2.0. And I couldn't be more excited about where we are right now with ZJ International. This has been, well, it's been many years in the making, but in particular, it's been this past year. For those who have been around for a little while, you are aware at some level that in the beginning of the year, it was the end of January, the Diamond Club met with the corporate team in Orlando, Florida. And we put together a game plan, a strategy to take ZJ International from, the infancy stage and move it into the maturity stage to make this company a $1 billion a year company. And the platform that we had that took us to the 100 million, 150 million a year was a great platform. Okay, it was simple, based upon integrity at the corporate leadership, a compensation plan that paid us well for doing what we do, products that were second to none. It was a simple, elegant platform. And as things progress over the last few years, that platform, had some additional components. It became more complicated. As we expanded our incredible product line, there were issues related to that. Great products, but it destroyed some of the simplicity of our message. And so back at the beginning of this year, we got together the top field leaders, the top corporate leaders, and we put together a strategy designed to take our company's platform, if you will, back to the future, to create a simplistic platform that would propel growth. Anybody who's ever been at a high level of functioning in network marketing knows that simplicity is the key to duplication. Complexity is always going to slow things up. Now, it was a bit of a challenge because we had a lot of things in the pie, if you will, of ZJ. And so over this past year, we started the process with the corporate team in January. In April, there was a fly-in to meet with corporate, and I think it was probably about a dozen of us field leaders to kind of refine and fine-tune and keep the process moving forward. Did it again a couple of months ago in Salt Lake, unrolled it today, well, at our convention here last week. Now, what we have today, and I'm going to go through a few of the updates, nothing specific. We have the Diamond Club meeting, the private meeting with the ZJ Diamond Club and corporate earlier this morning. Got a few things from that I'll share with you. But really what we want to focus on for this next, looks like about 25 minutes that we'll have, is what you want to do to take advantage of everything that's been put together. I'm going to have Pat Andersen join me here in just a minute because frankly, if you want to know how to build your business fast, go talk to the people that have the fastest growing organizations in ZJ. And bar none, hands down, that's Pat Andersen. In fact, I'm going to just bring you over right now, Pat. You don't get a 2-minute warning. Oh, maybe I won't. It doesn't look like I've got Pat. I know that she was having some connectivity issues there. Pat, just give me a shout. I'm not going to be staring to see if you show up. If we get Pat back, I'm going to invite her over. Now, oh, there we go. Very good. Hey, Pat. Oh, you're still with me. Oh, I never did send you back.
Sorry. I apologize. Reed nabbed me onto it. Okay, so can you hear me okay? I don't know why it's saying my connection is unstable when I have 4 bars. Are we okay? No?
We are getting some issues with lag in your conversation, that sort of thing. Pat, why don't you log out and log back in?
Will do.
When you log out, you come right back in. And we'll see if maybe that doesn't improve. Hey, you know, when in doubt, reboot, right? So, a couple of things for you. An awful lot of what happened during the Diamond Club meeting this morning, earlier this morning, was just clarifications on a few of the things that are happening right now. Let's see, we got Pat. Hey, Pat, talk to me.
Okay, can you hear me better?
Can
you hear me better?
Yeah,
No?
it's still having that little, we hear you, Pat. You know, it breaks up every once in a while, but we hear you.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm sorry about that.
no worries. No worries. Probably, you know, too many golfers in the way of your cell signal, right?
Yes.
No, it comes and goes, and we're getting most of what you're saying, Pat. I just was going to go over real quick, you know, some of the updates from the Diamond Club call. Then what I want to do is have us focus for the time we have available to the bottom of the hour, specifics on how to set up your 2019. If you have questions, folks, please go ahead and put them in there. And Isaac, I lowered your hand because I think I answered your question. If I didn't, go ahead and get back with me on that. Now, from the Diamond Club, everything is operational now. You want to get accustomed to using the link generator, okay, to sign up your new customers, your new distributors. There's some tremendous added value to using that because it's going to allow you to be able to expose your customers and distributors to even more products, which would allow them to move faster. Everything is live in North America. We will be rolling much of these enhancements out to other countries very, very quickly. Let's see here. One of the things that Jerem said I thought was incredible. Okay. You will move so much quicker if you focus on the number one reason people start Zija products. Of all the things out there, you know, that people want to use our products for, the number one is weight management. And so this is what I would teach from a product perspective. Explain, you know, the value of nutrition, Super Mix, Smart Mix, right? Nutrition is the key to weight management. Get the nutrition you need. Number 2, appetite suppression. And we've got a couple of different products for that. And number 3, detox. That's it. Get adequate nutrition, suppress your appetite, and detox. And if you can do those 3 things, you're going to lose weight. All the other things, let your new distributors experience those products so they can share their story. You will slow things up if you become the expert in all the, you know, the Ripsticks line, sports nutrition. By the way, our new protein drink, and I haven't even got the name down stuck in my head yet, that thing is awesome. That thing is awesome. It's designed for, you know, athletes. And it tastes great. You got to use that stuff. Let them experience the other products, the oils, the skincare, and so on. Like, don't become experts in that. Let them experience so they can share their story, because that's how they're going to sell the products. For people that have existing customers that want to upgrade to distributors, if they go to the login at ZijaInternational.com, www.ZijaInternational.com, and log in through that website, there will be an option for them to upgrade as a distributor. We have the incentive trip that's happening right now for not Cancun. Where is it in Mexico? You remember?
It's right here. It is in Hotel XCARET in Playa del Carmen.
Playa del Carmen.
Playa del Carmen. Okay.
And by the way, I checked. Playa del Carmen is where the cool kids go. Everybody else goes to Cancun. The cool kids party in Playa del Carmen. That's
Okay.
coming up in March. We've got, it looks like about 6 months to qualify for that. And it's going to be qualification based upon enrollment volume. So if you get 100 customers and they all start with 100 PV, that's 10,000 points you got. Okay.
Yep.
Or if you get, 10, people to start with the builder premium package, same thing. Here's what's important to understand. Go and do the deal. Share the product, share the opportunity. Okay, because you are not in competition against people like Pat Andersen or myself. Okay, yes, we're enrolling, but we've got organizations we're building. Okay, we are not 100% full-time starting the business. Guess who you're in competition against? The guy or the gal that started today. That's who. See, let me tell you right now, the top 35 enrollers, these are the people who be going on that vacation. There's only going to be a handful of them. They're going to be diamonds and the big ranks, the cool kids. They're going to be the new kids because they're doing the deal. So that's exciting because, I always thought, hey, how am I ever going to win a trip when I'm up against, the big shots? Some other updates. We are going to be doing 2 regional events in March, Dallas and Chicago. We are
Dallas and Cincinnati.
Thank you. See why Pat's here? Dallas and Cincinnati. They both begin with S.
Yeah.
We will be having another incentive trip that's going to be announced at those events in March. And there will be an additional regional on the west side of the United States in the fall. And then that's going to parlay us into the spring of 2020 for the next ZEJA, international convention. So, Pat, I don't know if we've got any more updates that I need to even worry about right now. What I really want to do, if we could, is just take the time to help people understand, one, why the next 80 days are so important, and then 2, how to build momentum between now, and through the holidays, because you were one of those people that took advantage of that. When you first came in your first year in the business, you were part-time, okay? You were running several other businesses, but what was important to your success is you were consistent. See, I know you weren't putting in 12 hours a day every day when you started, but you were consistent sharing the product or sharing the opportunity, 1 person a day, 2 people a day, whatever it was, and you parlayed that at the end of that first convention, and you just hit it out of the park the following year. And we can do that again. Maybe you can kind of give some thought to that for our team today.
I'm hoping you can hear me okay. I don't know what's going on, but I'm about doing ZEJA during my life, okay? And I always talk about that 15-minute increment, but in the beginning when I came on board, I was doing my own business. I was doing trade shows, etc. All I did was incorporate ZEJA into what I was doing. So you can do that even if you're working in an office. You're incorporating, at coffee break and you hear somebody talking about, they've got an owie. Well, maybe we have a solution for their owie, okay? So I think what we have to do to become better at acquiring these new customers is being better listeners, okay? We should always, no matter where we go, be really aware of our surroundings and those people that are with us. I was in Aldi's, okay, here yesterday getting groceries. I think I even talked to Fred at Aldi's. And I did. And I was talking to Janet Robinson. And I was congratulating her on what she was doing, and she was checking in because she checks in with me every day. And this lady behind me that was shopping listened to my conversation with Janet. And she said, "Oh, I would love to do something like that." And I said, Why can't you? And so she goes, well, I don't know. And I said, give me your telephone number. And she gave me her telephone number here in Aldi's. And I put it into my digital business card and I sent her my card. And I said, I want you to take a look at that and let's get back together. I'll call you in a couple of days. She followed me around the whole store as I'm trying to quickly grocery shop, which turned into a half an hour that should have been 5 minutes. And guess what? I know I'll have a new customer, if not a business person, because I think she's an ex-realtor. I think I can upgrade her. Every person is an opportunity to share our products or share our opportunity, okay? We just do not take advantage of it, okay? That's the key right there. We don't pay attention to our surroundings. And so, Fred, that's one thing I think I always was very aware of talking to people. And that's why I recruited so many and kept you so busy that first 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, you did, Pat. I can tell you now, you just flat wore me out. But see, folks, this is the key. You want to be in a position where you've built your story so that you can be helping your new distributors. You know, we make money, and I'm going to tell you, yes, you can make a lot of money signing up customers, and you can make money signing up distributors. But let me tell you where you make a fortune: helping other people make money, helping other people get results on the product, helping other people make money. That's where you make a fortune. Now, today, let's talk a little bit specifically about the calendar, because this is really important to understand, folks. It's our business works best like every other, investment, if you will. I call it being counterintuitive. When the real estate market is going up and people are buying, don't be buying. You should be selling. When the real estate market's going down is when you should be buying. Same thing with stock market. Most people buy into an increasing market because they don't understand. When the market crashes is when you buy. When everybody's buying, you should be selling. When everybody's working their Zija business, it's easy to have momentum. It's when everybody starts to look at the calendar and going, oh, well, we're going to have to put it off to the first of the year. We've got holidays, family, this, that, the other thing. That's when you really want to focus on building. I've always built my business, if you will, opposite of the masses, because it's easier. It is easier to do the business during the times that most people think are the hardest. So we're here on the 13th of October. Actually, I have a hard time believing this. There are people for the last 2 weeks have been preparing for Halloween. Now, I'm sorry, folks. I mean, Halloween is cool. It's a big deal around here. I go through the trouble of because Mom loves seeing the little kids come to the door, right? And she couldn't do it on her own, so I set everything up. But I start like 2 days before Halloween. I used to start Halloween day, but I can't get any pumpkins by that time. So I start a couple days before I get my pumpkins. Then Halloween morning is when I go and cut the pumpkins up. I don't spend a month preparing for Halloween, but that's what people are doing right now. And the minute you're through with Pat's going, really? Yeah, pumpkin stands have been up since the 1st of October. Now, what Pat was talking about is do Zija as part of your life. While she was shopping, and yeah, I called her. She was in the shopping, right? Be willing to talk to people, smile, take a few moments, but well, I'd like to know about that. Great, I'll let you know. Let me get your number. Okay, you don't have to do it then. Do it on your time, but do the peak prospect, around your life. Now, what I know about Pat is she's a master at time management. When she's got 10 minutes free, that's when she does her follow-up call. Okay? She doesn't take an hour. She fits Zija around her life, and while she's working hard, but I guarantee you, she and Jim are going to be able to play some golf. Okay? They're going to work on their new house. Well, you'll get to watch Jim play some golf.
That's what happened today.
But the reason we do that is so that we can go play. She can go play golf with Jim when she wants to. This is the spring, time to plant the seeds. Now, November, starting in the beginning of November, the minute Halloween is over, people are going to start slowing down because Thanksgiving's coming up. By the way, Thanksgiving, at least in the United States, is the 4th Thursday of the month, right? Or third, one or the other. It's weeks away. People start, can't do it, can't do it, can't do it, and the minute Thanksgiving's over with, too busy, you got to prepare for Christmas. See, I remember, and Pat, you will remember this too, it was a long time ago. When we both had jobs, they gave us 1 day off for Thanksgiving and 1 day off for Christmas. That was it. They didn't give us a month off. And if you own a traditional business, this is the busiest time of the season for you. Most businesses in, the holiday seasons, they can, in 2 months, they can do 25, 35% of their or more of their annual sales. They don't get any time off. But when you have your own home-based business, you can take off anytime you want. I'm just telling you that what you do in the next 90 days, next 80 days, is going to double, triple, or quadruple your results for next year. 80 days can double, triple, quadruple. For me, it was a 5-fold increase in that 12 months, but it was compressed into 80 days. And so right now, this is what you should be doing. And Pat, I want you to maybe kind of share with the team a little bit about your focus over the next 80 days. Here's what I know. If you invite people to look at your products or invite people to look at your opportunity, some will, some won't. But those that will, you can get them started on the product. We've got the holidays coming up. Well, wouldn't you like to lose some weight between now and then and not gain any weight over the holidays? If you get a customer in today, what are the chances after the next 80 days they're going to want to be a distributor beginning of the year? Everything you're doing now, people will be ready to start come the beginning of the year. Tell me a little bit about your focus over the next 80 days, because I know you guys have transitioned from the ranch in Oklahoma over to Florida, to your Florida home.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Actually, it didn't just start after convention. We started before. So I actually was working with Reed and Pat and Mac and analyzing our businesses on the people that want to run. And so we actually signed a contract with some people on a 6-month program of what they have to do, et cetera. And I've also incorporated that with some other people in my other parts of the organization. I'm going to work, we said this earlier, I'm going to work 80% of my time with the people that are going to put in effort. Okay? Because Ken kind of gave us our marching orders, guys. At convention. I've never seen him like that before. In all the time since 2008 when Fred and I joined, I've never seen him come across like that. But he goes, you know what? We've been coasting, and it's time to not coast. And that was good for him to tell us all that. Mm-hmm. If we're going to be $1 billion company, we can't all just do business whenever we feel like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking to the people that are taking this seriously. If you're a part-timer and all you want to do is a couple of hours a week, hey, more power to you. I'm talking to those that are, I think on this call is more the people that really want to get to a higher level. You've got to put in that level. So on our contract that Pat wrote up was, if you're doing this online, you need to be contacting at least 20 people a day, which that's how I built the business, is belly to belly. I hope we're okay here. Mm-hmm. You need to be contacting, 3 to 5 people that are alive in front of you, okay, or on the phone with you. So if you're not doing this, your funnel is going to dry up. We do our peak, pass, and plug, or how, I always forget what, Fred, you say. But if you don't have enough in the peak to be able to pass, to be able to plug, to be able to close, you're never going to get anywhere. Okay? You're just going to be spinning your wheels going, well, my business isn't growing. Whose fault is that? Okay? We have to take responsibility for our own business. So if I don't keep putting people in my funnel, and as Fred said, at our level, people think it's easy. It's a lot harder because we don't have a lot of time to be looking for prospects. I have to find them in a grocery store. Okay? So you find them wherever you can and get them into that funnel. I want 100 people in my funnel all the time so that I'm continually passing them information, plugging them into whatever I need to plug them into. Okay? That's what's going to double, triple, and get us to the billion-dollar company. If you sit back and wait for the rest of us to do it, it's not going to. We need everybody locking hands. Everybody in Zija right now, Ken said, we just need to bring in 2, and we've doubled our company 2. That's it. So I'm trying to get my 2 here right now. And I'm hoping all of you are. I see a whole bunch of names here of people that I know got there too last week. You stepped up to the plate and you went after it. And so I couldn't be more proud of you. So Fred, it's work right now. It's not, I always say this to my Polish team and they just get a kick out of this. We are in network marketing, not net play marketing. Okay.
Very good. Does that actually translate into Polish?
Oh, I have translators. I'm so lucky. I got a great translator with Marius. So they think that's funny, but it's the truth. Okay.
Folks, we're going to close this down, but I want to kind of sum up. If you can sense, not just from me and Pat, but any one of the other leaders in the company that's been part of this last year's process of developing Zija 2.0. Hopefully you're recognizing what we are seeing. And I've always kind of been that guy that follows the leader. Those who got children, you understand this. If they fall down, get a boo-boo, they're going to look at you to see how serious it is. If you go, oh my God, what did you do? They're going to start screaming their head off. If you go, oh honey, that's okay. They don't take it nearly as serious, all right? Pay attention to the intensity of the people that know what's about to happen and make a decision for yourself, folks. Not everybody wants to be at the levels of success and financial prosperity that can be achieved here. Okay, that's okay. It's okay. And frankly, the foundation, the backbone of Zija is that distributor, that couple that are building a home-based business to make that extra $200 or $300 a week. And we love you, and we will do whatever we can to support your efforts to create that level of income. What we're saying is that some of you desire to have, full-time incomes, 6-figure incomes, life-changing levels of residual income, and the easiest time to achieve those, that top 1 or 2% levels of success, the easiest time is the next 3 to 5 years. And you can set that up in the next 80 days. Pat, I'm good. Anything else, my dear?
Let's do it.
All right, very good. Folks, this upcoming week, David Moses, MIT call, Facebook Live Monday. Pat, you're continuing the virtual PBRs on Tuesday. Go to clubmoringa.com, www.clubmoringa.com. You'll be able to see all of the information, a lot of other resources. I encourage you to explore Pat's site. She's put a lot of stuff up there for distributors to benefit from. Tuesday evening, virtual PBR. Wednesday evening, Health Talks with Pat. You may want to go and look at the archive call from last Wednesday because she went over a lot of the new products. Thursday night, Biz Talks. I believe I'm on the calendar for next Thursday night. And then Saturday morning, new distributor fast start training. With that, we're going to go ahead and say goodbye. Let me just double check and make sure I don't have a question. Thank you. Thank you. Thank all of you as well. And Pat, we'll be talking soon. Take care.
Oh, yeah.
Say hi to Jim for me.
Okay, will do. Bye-bye, everyone.
All right, we'll see you.